Hi, Debbie Chu here from Chew on Vegan, and welcome back to my kitchen. Today I'm going to be making another favorite holiday side dish of mine, smoky maple glazed Brussels sprouts. I use a smoky maple syrup and I add some red pepper flakes for some heat, and this makes a great side dish for any holiday meal, any meal for that matter. So if that sounds good to you, stick around. If you're new to my channel, I'm a plant-based RN, and I follow a low-fat, high-carb diet known as the Starch Solution. For each meal, I divide my plate in half. Half the plate I use non-starchy vegetables, and on the other half I put whole food starches like potatoes, rice, beans, things like that. And I do that for every meal. This way of eating leaves me full and satisfied, and I was able to lose 15 pounds and keep it off. So if you like quick, easy, whole food plant-based recipes, please subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a video, which is twice a week, every Tuesday and every Saturday. You can also follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Chew on Vegan. Now let's get on to that recipe. So I have some Brussels sprouts here, which I've washed and I've dried. So we're gonna set these aside and we're gonna make our glaze. So the first thing we're going to use is about 1/3 cup of Date Lady smoked maple date syrup. This stuff is so good. I will leave a link to her products in the description box, but if you don't have any kind of smoked maple syrup, then absolutely just use regular maple syrup, and you could put like a little bit of liquid smoke in there, 2-3 drops to give it that smoky flavor. Next, we're going to use 1/3 cup of this spicy brown mustard. You can use any kind of mustard you want, actually. You could use yellow mustard or you could use Dijon mustard. I like this spicy brown mustard, so we're going to use 1/3 cup of that. Next, I add just a pinch of salt and some red pepper flakes just to give it a little bit of heat. That's optional. I like mine's stuff a little bit spicy, not too spicy, but I like a little kick. Then you're just gonna mix this thoroughly. So basically equal parts of mustard and maple syrup. It's pretty simple. This also makes a absolutely delicious salad dressing. All right, so we're gonna mix that thoroughly and set aside. Now we're gonna work on our Brussels sprouts. So all you're gonna do, you're gonna leave the little end on there and you're just gonna cut them in half. You wanna try to get Brussels sprouts that are about the same size so they cook at the same time, they cook evenly, and try to make them more in half than I did there. Equally, I mean. So I'm just gonna continue cutting these in half and placing them in this bowl here. Now we're just going to pour some of the marinade on here. You don't have to necessarily use it all, but just stir them gently so they get well coated. And like I said, any marinade you have left over makes an absolutely delicious salad dressing or a dip. You can dip your French fries in there. So you want them coated about like this. So they're just all nicely coated. Now we have a baking sheet. I'm just going to put these face down on the baking sheet. And make sure you use parchment paper or your baking sheets will look like mine, a disaster. I'm just going to use my fingers, so if that bothers you, I'm sorry, but I'm the only one that's going to be eating these, so I feel okay about it. Otherwise, you can use tongs. So I'm just going to continue to place all these on my cookie sheet. I'm going to pop these into a preheated oven at 375 for 30 to 40 minutes, just depending on how crispy you want them. So you will decide the cooking time there. So we will come back when these are all done. So here is my crispy, smoky, maple glazed Brussels sprouts with just a little bit of heat. So let's give these a taste. And I have a little sauce left over, so I'm going to dip that in there. They're crispy, they're sweet, a little tangy, a little bit of heat, really good. This will be a really good addition to any holiday table. So I hope you give this one a try. It's good for you, it's good for the animals, and it's good for the planet. And remember, what you put on your plate determines your fate. Make sure that you check out my description box. I have discount codes in there. I have links to all my favorite products, kitchen appliances, makeup, deodorant, supplements. It's all in the description box, and I will leave the complete recipe in there as well, and a link to Dr. John McDougall's book, The Starch Solution. So if you like this video and found it helpful, please leave me a comment and subscribe. And if you would please share it with your friends, I'd appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all your support. Until next time, thank you. Today I'm going to be making another holiday favorite of mine, Smoky. And this makes a great side dish for any holiday meal, any meal for that matter. So if this sounds like something that you'd eat, oh my